Hello and welcome to the Feel Good Garden. We've changed over to our autumn theme now, and I'm going to run through some of my favourites that we've got in the garden. Come on down. So we're starting first here with a beautiful evergreen shrub. This is the Leucophoe curly red. As you can see, you've got that contorted leaf here, which is a little bit different to a lot of plants that you'll get in the garden. And as you're getting to see here, the red hues come through, and this goes beautiful dark red through the winter, which will really pop some colour. You do get little white flowers throughout the year, and it will tone back to a green as you get through into the spring and summer. But a great one for containers in the garden, a little bit of shade, it's very happy with that. So certainly one of the top colouring plants that we get in the winter. As we move through here, a nice border piece, a nice upright growing evergreen. This is the Ornamus White Spire. Great for lining down pathways. Again, contemporary planting in pots works really, really well. Something a bit more interesting, this is a deciduous shrub, the Calicarpa. You get, as they're just starting to develop here, these beautiful pink berries really sort of stand out when you get into the winter. The benefit with this variety, Pearl Jam, is that you do get the purple leaves, whereas you do get sort of a greener leaf with some of the other varieties. And moving on here, now most azaleas do flower in the springtime, but what we've got here is the Encore range. So as you can see, we've got some blooms coming through, which you also get an autumn flowering. And one of the interesting ones that we've got down here as well is a bicoloured one as well. Certainly one to look out for, Starburst. And with all good planters in little autumn tubs and baskets, but we've used in the garden setup here, heucheras. Great patchwork quilt effect there. Lots of different colours. Good in, again, shaded borders, work really, really well. And you will get flowers in the summertime. Ones like Paris here get a beautiful pink flower, which then contrasts beautifully against the frosting that you get on the leaf there. Again, certainly one to advise in a smaller space and utilised in many different planting forms. A family of the blueberry here. It's not an edible variety, the Vaccinium fireballs. As you can see, the berries are starting to produce, so they'll have red fruits all the way across, which hold quite nicely, and again brings that colour into the garden, into that autumn period. Really good one to have there. And then as we move up here, we've got a Euonymus compactus alatus. This is a standardised form, so if we've got the graft here, it's just finishing with its autumn colour, but has a bright red leaf, and then you get the fruits that are on there, so it really stands out. This does come in a bush form as well, so you don't have to have it in this tree form. This is a smaller variety, but there are bigger winged varieties that you can get of this, so certainly one to ask us about different options for the garden. And good, very favourite plant for the garden, acers. Now we've used little red here, it's a more dwarf forming one. Not quite into its autumn colour, but you can see the red hues on the new leaf, which do indicate a little bit of the autumn colour that you'll get on the plant. They are, in a few weeks' time, you'll have a beautiful red fully across that plant, and again sort of stands out and gives that colour. And as we move through, one of the last ones I want to show you here is another one of the Leucophoe. Slightly different leaf this time, but you do get the variegated form on there, and so this will have multiple colours throughout the year. So you'll get whites through the summer and the spring, with the green, little bits of red, and then it goes that deep red again in the winter. So lots of colour that's going to really stand out as you get through the season, rather than as a lot of things are calming down. This is going to bring the garden to life. So thank you for your time. Have a great week.